Hey, what's up guys, it's Lord Sando here, and in this video I'm going to be showcasing the Tusk stand, and I'll be showing you how you can get it, because it's not like a normal stand where you do normal quests. It's like a special quest line for you to do in order to get Tusk Act 4. So Tusk starts as Tusk Act 1, but you can unlock Act 2, 3 and 4 just by doing specific quests, which I'll show you in this video. Tusk Act 4 is the best one for PvP, and the other modes aren't really that good. To start off, to get Tusk Act 1, you're going to need an item called the Saint's Left Arm. So you can find this by going to the Devil's Palm, which is the desert area, and digging up these mounds of dirt, and eventually you'll find an item called Saint's Left Arm. And so once you find the item, you want to equip Standless and then use the Saint's Left Arm, and then you'll get the Tusk Act 1 stand. So to get Tusk Act 2, you're going to want to camp near the Devil's Palm and try and look for an NPC in the desert. This NPC will be Johnny Joestar. He doesn't spawn all the time, so just wait around and see if you can find him. And when you talk to him with Tusk Act 1 equipped, he will give you a quest line. Basically what the quest is to use a move called Nail Glide for 5 minutes. The problem is this move has a long cooldown, so it will take a long time to actually do this quest, probably a couple of hours. So to use Nail Glide, basically you have to equip Tusk Act 1, and then you want to summon him and hold down the H key. You want to do this until the thing runs out, and then once the cooldown is reset, then you want to use this again. And you keep on doing this until you have 600 out of 600 Nail Glide. And basically once you've done that, what will happen is you'll get Tusk Act 2. To switch between Tusk Act 1 and 2, press the bracket key on your keyboard. I'll put an image up of what this looks like so you can see. So in order to get Tusk Act 3, what you're going to want to do is you want to equip Tusk Act 2, and you want someone to get you to red HP, and then press the H key on your keyboard. This does an awakening, and each time you do the awakening, you get a chance of unlocking Tusk Act 3. When an NPC teleports behind you, there'll be like a dialogue which you can click on, and it will give you the access to Tusk Act 3. This can take a very long time to do, and it took me like 3 or 4 hours before I finally got Tusk Act 3. So to get Tusk Act 4, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is do the same step that you unlock to get Tusk. You're going to go back to the Devil's Palm and then search for an item called Saint's Eye. And once you get it, you're going to want to talk to the Gyro NPC next to the Devil's Palm, and then give him the Saint's Eye, and your Tusk Act 3 will be turned into a Tusk Act 4. So now it's time to showcase Tusk Act 4. I'm not going to be showcasing the other acts because they're kind of useless. So his M1 chain is 4 hits, and the last 2 hits are ranged, but it only does 30 damage in total. His E move is a barrage, and for some reason this is a much longer barrage than others stands. His R move is his grab, and he can use that as a combo ender. His T move is a ranged shot, and if you hold it down it does more damage and shoots 2 bullets at once. His Y move summons his stand from below the enemy and does like a slam. This can be used to catch enemies off guard. His F move is a ranged shot, and this can be charged, and when it hits, it directs his stand to go and attack them. Also, the Y move that I showed earlier can be used from a pretty long range, so this can be used to catch enemies off guard. His B key is a 40 HP heal, but this slows him down. His B key is his ultimate move and his beatdown. This has a long wind up, but if it hits, it does over 100 damage, and enemies are vulnerable while they're being attacked, so your friend can like gang up on someone and do some really cool combos. His J move is his horse, and basically what this does is you can ride a horse, and basically if you're walking for a certain amount of time, then it goes really fast. And you can shoot enemies with your horse while you're riding it. So you can like spam range moves while running away from your enemies at the same time, like I'm doing right now. There's also something really cool if you're on the horse. You can use the E key, and what it will do, it will basically do a ranged barrage. And this is auto aim, and it locks onto the enemy and does over 50 damage. As well as that, he also has the awakening on his H key, which gives him 100 HP heal and some nice iframes. So as for how good Tusk is in PvP, I would say he's a solid A tier. He can even be S tier in the right hands. Since he has so many ranged moves, he has so much pressure, and he can really chip away the enemy's health from long range. As well as this, he has time stop movement, which kind of screws up enemies who rely on time stop to deal their combos. His combination of Herbal Tea and his awakening allow him to heal from like really low back to like medium to full HP pretty fast. So from hearing all this, you might assume that Tusk's weakness is people who can pressure him in melee range, and you would be wrong, because for some reason, his barrage is the longest barrage in the game, and what this means is that if you and your enemy use your stand barrages at the same time, Tusks will last longer and stun the enemy so that Tusk can get a free combo on, even though you both clicked it at the same time. As well as this, he also has the horse, which allows him to kite enemies forever, and you can run away from unfavorable situations. And if your enemy has no heal, then you can just run around the map with your horse and just wait for your T to come off cooldown and keep on healing. Tusk really only has one melee combo, which is M1 M1 barrage, M1 M1 slam, and this does quite a lot of damage, but he doesn't have any other melee combos. So if a Tusk wastes his barrage, you have a huge opportunity to go in and pressure him and maybe get some good damage off. That's pretty much his biggest weakness. Apart from that, he's a really strong stand, and in the right hands of people who can aim and know how to use their cooldowns properly, it's potentially an S tier stand. He also has his beatdown, which has like one of the longest windups in the game, so it's really hard to hit. But if you do manage to land it, then it does a lot of damage. Overall, Tusk is a pretty solid stand. If you know how to aim your shots properly, then you'll do very good with him. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.